Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Hey, Embracing Arms community. This is Dr. Danielle Hairston with Your Best Life and another 5-minute quickie. I just wanted to come by and just, share a quick message with you regarding positive messaging. In most of my 5-minute quickies over the past couple of weeks, I've been really talking about, finding your center and, doing good things for your health, your mental health, physical health, nutritional health, and really connecting to people just to help you get through this extremely difficult time. But I just want to remind you about your words too, and how sharing positive messaging and positive words with one another helps a lot. And I know that it may seem like you are going through this trial by yourself, or maybe, your struggle doesn't look like someone else. It doesn't mean that they're not going through a struggle. People receive these things differently. Some people can get through it without any scars, and others may be really broken down from being in this social distancing and dealing with COVID and all of the social justice issues that are going on in the communities. And so just because folks' home situation doesn't necessarily look like yours doesn't mean that they're not struggling. And some people are just looking for a positive word to be shared with them, just so they can get through their day. You don't know what's going on behind their closed doors. You don't know. You have no clue what they're struggling with. And so I just want to, come by just to ask you to not only share a good word and send some good chi out there with people who you care about, but, do some self-talk with yourself also. And if you can't, sharing might help trigger some thinking about what you can do for yourself. Just, calling someone else and helping them through something may trigger something that you may need for yourself. So, I just want to encourage you to pick up the phone, give a shout out, send an email, send a text message, some positive words. I don't know, find a quote on the internet that you want to share. Reduce how much screen time that you have also, because sometimes just the negative messaging that we're getting off of our social media can be impactful also. I don't know about you, but over the past 7 months of strictly focusing on this laptop has really impacted my vision. And so I have to be intentional about how much time that I spend staring at my screen, literally cutting off more notifications on my computer and my phone after 10 o'clock at night, and not resuming any notifications until like 7 o'clock in the morning. That'll keep me from looking at my screen, because you just feel compelled to kind of grab it. And then, during the day when you're in these Zoom meetings, to kind of commit to yourself that if you're not facilitating, you don't necessarily have to be staring in the screen. And then maybe half the time that you are in a meeting, if you're in a meeting for an hour, maybe 30 minutes of that meeting, you take your camera off and just listen. If you're facilitating, that's a little difficult, so because you have to kind of be engaged, but maybe push the camera back a little bit, or push the monitor back a little bit, so that you won't be so close up to it where it's impacting your vision. Some people are really experiencing some changes in their physical health because of having to sit in this space a little longer than they were used to. So do things to kind of help you, but also remember your messaging. Remember the words that you're choosing to share with people. Remember the people that you're choosing to spend time with, quality time. Even though we're supposed to be social distancing, we do see that people are trying to find ways to have some type of human connection, but being responsible while doing that. Maybe this is a good time for you to read a book, and some book that's going to inspire some good chi, some good positivity in your life, and maybe something that you're reading in your book you want to share. This is one of the newest books that I received. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through it, but I actually have the first book written by Don Miguel Ruiz. Yes, Don Miguel Ruiz. I have the 4 agreements. This is the 5th agreement. And this is just a really practical guide to really, basically giving you some thoughts around making promises to yourself so that you can thrive. And the promises or the agreements that they outlined in the first book, this is a co-author book by him and his son, but the first one was just written by himself, and it really talks about just agreeing to 4 things that will help you thrive and have self-mastery. And this one reflects on the 5th agreement, which is be skeptical but learn to listen. So anyway, I purchased this book. I'm hoping that I can get through it. So choose a book. Find a book that inspires you. Remember, people are really struggling. They're looking for your words. Send a text message, an email. Share some positivity because your words matter. Remember, go out in the community and embrace someone because they are waiting for you, and continue to live your absolute best life.
My La Casa boy, this is my residence. My prescription boy, this is my medicine. The world can be sickening and living in house resemblance. Not to mention the media's effort to keep us in the most simplistic state of mind. Lowest age bracket committing the highest rate of crime.